Hello, welcome to this week's vlog. I'm going to be showing you a couple days in my life as a special ed teacher. Right now I teach behavior K through 2. It's special ed, so all of my students do have IEPs that are, geared towards behavior goals. So we have 6 days of school left and it is ceremony day. So I thought, what a fun way to show you what we're doing in the class with a ceremony. I'm going to be showing you a math game that we're gonna be finishing the school year off with, and then it's gonna be time for summer. And I am working a brand new position next year. It is at a brand new school, brand new position. It's a dream come true. I literally manifested this 4 years ago. Manifestation is real. I am proof of it. I can show you how. Just keep watching my content. I have a podcast as well if you're really interested in how to manifest, and I offer one-on-ones. So if you're feeling drawn to working with me, I'll leave all the information down below, but let's get into the vlog. We're holding our ceremony in our calm down room. Don't ask me why I did this. So our calm down room is a room where my students, this is their first time in school. I have K through 2nd, so even my 2nd graders have never been in school before because of COVID. So we, especially in the beginning, when things are new, lots of tantrums, lots of tantrums. So we created a room for them to come into. I mean, it's filled now, but we created a room for them to come into where they can have their tantrum, just let it all out in this room, and then they can be brought back with their peers. I was just noticing that it was just so unbeneficial to have the students tantruming with their peers around because they feed off of that energy, right? They feed off each other. So we separated them out when they have a tantrum. Like, they have cool down strategies. I have another vlog all about that coming out. So if you're interested more in that kind of information, there's a video for it. But in our calm down room, I'll show you, there's a chair in front of it. We haven't really needed to use the calm down room lately because we are towards the end of the year. I have a really strong team. One of the team members is my husband. He's my aide. He's a great enforcer and boundary setter. Same with me. I have very stern boundaries that if they get crossed, then there's actions and consequences after that. So they know that if they cannot cool down using their strategies, or if they choose not to use their strategies, they get brought into the calm down room. So this is like our calm down area. They sit, they're able to like touch the pillow to help them relax. We also have a snake that looks like that too. But yeah, so we haven't had to use it. So we're having the ceremony in here. And let me just tell you, I am so excited and grateful to actually be doing some type of fun classroom activity, especially after the past 2 years. God, I'm just so grateful to actually be doing this for them. So what's gonna happen is my students are gonna come. I'm gonna let the parents come in first. Parents sit in the chairs. Students are gonna sit on these dots. They're gonna be called up to walk down the runway to graduation. I've been calling it graduation. So I've been calling it graduation with my students because they technically are graduating to a new school. The program, this special ed program for behavior, is getting moved from my site to a new site, which just introduced me to going somewhere else and going back to general ed, which I'm very excited for. And right now, pause. If you have any questions about special ed compared to general ed, I've taught both. I've written about 4 to 5 IEPs with no special education like schooling. It's possible. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. I'll make a video all about it to help assist you. So the students are gonna come in. The parents already have place markers on their chairs. You can see the green. Those are like their students' names. So all they have to do is come in, sit down. I'm gonna bring the kids in. And on each student's chair, or their parent's chair, are the calm down strategies that we use in class, because I'm telling you right now, the reason why my students tantrum is because they're introduced to something new. It shocks their nervous system. It shocks their fight or flight response. And that being said, they need to self-regulate. These are self-regulating tools. We call them cool down strategies. But stop, don't say a word. Stop, don't say a word. Take a breath, take a second, stop, think a happy thought instead of just acting on impulse. Close your eyes, put your hand on your heart, take 3 deep breaths. My personal favorite, this is, I wanna say it's like a hack, but this is definitely one of the best calm down strategies that I have ever used. And I even use it as an adult, and that's what I tell my students all the time. I model to them all day long. And then make a better choice, which is like, we're getting there. We're getting to the point where my students are making better choices instead of just reacting and hitting and screaming and kicking and spitting. It's been a year. So that's the graduation setup. Again, call it graduation. They're moving on to a new school. My students are really excited. And if you have any questions about the program I'm in, and if something that you're interested in, leave a comment down below and I can make a video about it if it's requested enough, or just DM me on Instagram if you have a question. The whole goal of this program is to get these students acclimated with the school environment so we can push them into general ed once they're ready, so then eventually they will go back into mainstream once they're able to handle their behaviors by self-regulating them. I mean, I think it's a good program, but of course it could be improved. So if you want a video on that, questions, leave it down below. Let me show you my outfit real quick. It's a cute little cheetah dress, black shirt, something I learned being a special ed teacher, especially with behavior. And there have been many times where I've had to restrain students. Like the other day, my student dug their nails into my skin and tried to make me bleed. So I definitely am not able to wear the cutest outfits, but since it's ceremony day and I have my husband to help me with the more physical of this job, I don't really like being physical. I mean, that's not why I became a teacher. I didn't want to be physical with the kids, but sometimes I have to make sure that they're safe. So again, it's been a year. Anyways, these are going home with every single student and their parent. Like, so hopefully they'll reinforce it over summer, and that's it. So we're gonna have a great graduation. I'm gonna see you tomorrow when I show you the really fun math game we're doing, and I will catch you then. Hello, welcome to my classroom on this Friday. It's actually the last Friday before school gets out. Sorry, there are awards going on out there. So let me bring you in closer. So my whole objective of this part of the vlog is to show you how I set up my social emotional classroom, K through 2. It looks very different than a normal like general ed classroom, of course, duh. But I think this is helpful for anyone who is in a program like this. This is just what I did. I came to this program in October. It took me 2 months to get hired. It took a long time, but I came about 2 months in and then we just adjusted. So a lot of the things in this room are not even mine. They just like are here. So I'm just gonna show you exactly what we do every single day. And the key is, if you've never done special ed or behavior, any of that, and you have a position or you're thinking about it, consistency is key. There have been many times where I've thought, ooh, I wanna like try something new, or I wanna do this, something new like this, or no, no. Unless you prep and prepare and practice like ahead of time, I choose just to keep it very simple, very block schedule. As you can see here, this is our lovely board. First thing we do every single morning is morning meeting. Now, during this morning meeting, my students get home or get sent home point sheets every single day. This is what it looks like. This is the one that was given to me. I've used it all year. I didn't make this. They get rated on a scale 1 to 3. That gets sent home. I also enter those into a behavior program. It's called Review 360 that the district bought. So I enter those points every day. And every time the student brings one of those back, they get a cha-ching ticket. I erased them though, because the names are here. I'm not gonna show names. Every time they get a cha-ching ticket, that's a ticket that they can use on any one of these really fun prizes. The students love it. It's been a huge, like, great reward system in my classroom. And what we do this on Friday. They collect cha-ching tickets during the week. They already have some, so these are what they had left over from the previous weeks. This is how many that they're adding to their total. This is their total sum. Then they add using this number chart in front of everyone, and then they subtract with how much they want to spend. So this student had 13 total, they spent 10, they had 3 left over. So they spent it on Treasure Box. And I always have lunch bunch on Friday, so I had 2 lunch bunches today. But that's our Friday routine with the Chick-Ching tickets. Students also get Chick-Ching tickets for homework, so I do that in the morning. They also get Chick-Ching tickets if they did really good during the transition times during our schedule. So that is our morning routine. After our morning routine breaks out, we go into small group reading. I do have 2 aides. One of the aides is my husband. Funny enough, I don't know if you knew that. He decided to help me out this year because I needed someone so badly, and finding aides is like, there's no aides. Nobody wants to be an aide because of various reasons. So my husband decided to help me out, and he is my aide. So during the small group reading time, I take a group of kids, we do rotations, there's computer, one-on-one with one of my aides, myself and my other aide. So that's what we do for small group reading time. Then we come back on our dots. Let me show you the setup on the dots. Students sit and stay on their dot all day, every day. Like that's where they sit, that's where they go. They come back on their dots after small group reading and we discuss. I say, student, how did you do? 1, 2, or 3? And they tell me I did a 3, and I say, how do you know? And then they tell me, and I'm like, yeah. So then I'm like, Chick-Ching point for you. Helps out a lot. Try it if you're struggling with behavior. I think it's helped out a lot. Also, the token boards I mentioned in my previous video, I'll link it down below, the resources that I've used. So SEL, we work out of a book. A random book that I had in my classroom. Today we were talking about good sports and bad sports because, or for the small group, we did really fun math games that anyone can do. That's coming a little bit later. So SEL, we have like 30 so minutes, 45 minutes of SEL every day. We go to recess. Now with recess, students earn recess. It's a huge buy-in for my students to make good choices. Same with lunch, we go to lunch after recess. We do a cool down, and this is where I just show like an educational video on YouTube. We sit on our dots, they relax, they are allowed to like rest their heads, lay their bodies down and relax. And I also give them a snack. Then math small group, we do the same thing as small group reading. They get broken into groups, and today, since it's the last days of school, we don't have computers anymore, so we've just been playing math games, so let me show you. So here are the math games that I used, that we used today. So I made like 3rd to 5th grade versions, but then I'm like, okay, I need younger versions because I have K through 2. They're not at the same level, but this is base 10 Ware. So with the base 10 Ware, I know you've played Ware before, so it shouldn't be too new, but they put 2 cards down. They need to count, so it's 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You know, they count. This one obviously is more. They take and they keep going. So it was a really fun game for them to learn, first of all, how to play a game fairly, right? Good sport versus bad sport, and how to, you know, cheer each other on and all those social emotional skills that go on and happen, right? So the other math games we played that I made, this is 10 frame Ware, which was fun, especially for my students who are lower level like kinder. They count Ware, the one that has the most takes, right? That's how we play Ware. It also comes with instructions. I just didn't print them. I just taught them. So we have 10 frame Ware. Ooh. We have money Ware. Really fun. And I used real bills for this. When you print, if you buy this and you print, it will not come out with this black border. It just did on my printer. So yeah, $1 versus $1.05. Take. This is for my 2nd grade students. Playing Ware with myself, you know? It's fun. I love money too. It's fun. So they loved it. They played really well together. There's also number Ware for my kinders as well. So it's just plain numbers, 100, 15, just typical Ware. They don't count, it's just number recognition for that one. And then lastly, base 10 Ware, which is what I just showed you with the base 10s, for them to count and recognize it that way as well. So all of these are in my TPT store. I'll link them down below, but this was a lot of fun, especially for the end of the year. Like, especially for the end of the year. I will be using these in 5th grade as well. I think it's really awesome review, honestly. And I can just think of so many other variations to do with this. If you would like a subject with math that you can think I can turn it into, let me know and I will make them because it is so fun. Put them in the case right here. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Bam. After small group math, we pack up, go to recess, and then go to specials. And like I said, every single day the students get their point sheet taken home, signed, brought back. That's my form of communication. Every single day we review our calm down strategies. Every single day we go over how to apologize and say sorry. And that's it. I did a whole year of social emotional teacher learning, special ed, learned how to do IEPs, learned how to live in this special ed world that I never knew. I give so much credit to special ed teachers. Like, I'm gonna make a whole video about it, like a sit down video just to talk about it. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I think I already said that in the beginning of this vlog. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here through this huge transition of my own life personally, coming from California to Vegas and now going back to general ed. I'm really excited to share that with you. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer to share, so be sure to stay tuned, subscribe. Don't miss out on the next video because I will be announcing very, 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 very soon. I'm very eager and very excited. So I will catch you later. As of right now, I have 4 days left. So we'll see. Thank you again, and I will catch you next time. Bye.